It's great for me to be in a room full of teachers. I read a lot about teachers being heroes in my books. In my book, Moon at 9, the teacher is the only one who goes to see the condemned girl before she is set to be executed. In Cat at the Wall, I forgot the title of it, there are two teachers in the Cat at the Wall who are heroes. One is the live human teacher of the girl Claire when she is still alive, and the other is a Palestinian teacher who is in Bethlehem when the girl Claire has turned into a cat and gone into the house in Bethlehem that's been taken over by soldiers. And of course, Mrs. Weira in The Breadwinner, great teacher. She's one of those women that I would always hope to be when I grow up. She's a powerful woman who doesn't believe that anybody could possibly disagree with her. So she just moves through life and gets a lot of things done. And I think probably more than a few Mrs. Weiras in this room, I would imagine. I've met teachers in real life who are heroes all around the world. I've met those who volunteer to be teachers in schools in Cochabamba, Bolivia, who take children out of the prisons there, who live with their parents in the prisons, and they take these kids out to daycare centers or to schools, and they give them hot water for showering, they give them food, they give them clean clothes, they give them lessons, and they give them expectations for their behavior so that they know how to grow into becoming good people. I met kids who've lost their parents in sub-Saharan Africa to AIDS and who somehow still manage to go to school, even if that school is just kind of a now and again sort of a school run by whoever happens to be in the area who can learn how to read and write. And those kids told me that they go to school not just to learn how to read and write, but primarily on how to be good people. They've lost the adults in their lives. They don't know how they're going to grow up to be good people unless somebody shows them, and their teacher is the guiding light for them in that situation. I met teachers who carved out a school for kids in the middle of a gambling den in Jakarta, Indonesia. And this teacher, this powerful little woman, she went to the gamblers in the area, in the neighborhood, and she said, okay, give me just a little bit of an area, and I'll stop bugging you. And they said, go away. And then she kept coming back and give me this little area for a school, then I'll stop bugging you. And they said, go away. And she kept coming back to them. And finally he said, okay, if you promise to leave us alone, we'll give you this little area. So she had a little area, and then she went back to them and said, well, now I need money for books. Now you got to help me for books. People like that really have an incredible impact on the world in ways big and small. There's a teacher I met in a one-room school in Afghanistan, which wasn't really a school. It was, used to be, it was great poetic justice. The woman's, whose house it was a widow. And her brother used to belong to the Taliban, and he died. And once he had died and kind of gotten out of the way, she was able to turn her house into a school for widows and girls of dead men. And most of the time, initially, the school was going on, the people would just talk about their problems. People would come into the school, the women and the girls, so full of trauma at what they had seen that they would spend most of their time just talking about their issues. But bit by bit, she would teach them letters and how to read a little bit by bit. And this girl told me that after a little while, nobody wanted to talk about their problems anymore. They just wanted to talk about the things that they were learning. And this girl said that initially she thought, if I could just learn how to read, everything would be okay. That's all I wanted to do. But then she realized, no, I'm greedy. Now I can read. I want to learn more. I want to learn more. And that's what you great teachers do. You make us all want to learn more and more and more and keep going. So in the words of the great, late, too soon taken from us, Phil Oakes, there's no place in this world where I'll belong when I'm gone, and I won't know the right from the wrong when I'm gone. And I won't be singing on this song when I'm gone, so I guess I'll have to do it while I'm here. Thank you.